Luxury cars are a worthy obsession as they have so much history behind their steel and fiberglass frames. Some luxury brands began at the start of the 20th century, while others started in the new millennium. What sets a luxury car apart from a basic model, besides the obvious extra features, is the cult following of the brand and the model. Some collectors select a single brand or even a specific model to collect, and they become experts in their brand. Others have a wide variety of interests and are drawn to a broader range of vehicles. Here are 15 amazing facts about luxury cars you might not know. Pop culture icons. Luxury cars are a staple in pop culture. They make appearances in movies and TV to showcase the extravagant lifestyle of the characters. One of the most notorious cars in pop culture is the Aston Martin DB5 in the James Bond franchise. These cars have been given their own personalities and are practically a character of their own. A car chase, like in the Fast and Furious series or the presence of the '67 Impala in Supernatural, has created a common ground where car lovers and entertainment fanatics meet. Car manufacturers will often give cars to the production team for free advertising within the project. Farming to racing. The creator of the Lamborghini company, Ferruccio Lamborghini, was intrigued by how engines worked, and he started manufacturing tractors after he learned from working on his father's tractor and from schooling. His interest in cars grew as his tractor business was successful, and he owned more than a few exotic cars during his time. He had a Ferrari that had an issue with the clutch, and after examining the issue, he solved the problem and installed one of the clutches from his tractor production line. The Ferrari never had the issue again, which sparked his interest in creating cars rather than tractors. The Lamborghini cars of the 60s are not what we would envision after seeing today's models, but they were the first steps in creating the exotic luxury that is seen today. Explosive detail. Current supercars tend to have scissor doors or doors that open up instead of out. This is represented in the innovative design of the Lamborghini Aventador. The doors open upward to prevent the need for extra space in the parking lot but also allows the driver to look out the door while reversing, as these cars tend to have poor rear-view capabilities. What is unique about the Aventador is that it is equipped with small explosives in the door's hinges to release the doors, should the car be upside down in an accident. This allows the driver to escape the car when the doors would otherwise be unable to open. Gathering dust. While it may seem that driving a luxury car through Dubai would give everyone pleasure, some owners were forced to abandon their cars at the airport while fleeing the country. There is no way to file for bankruptcy in Dubai, so the cars are often left to gather dust at the airport while their owners leave the country. This has created a problem at the airport, as there are parking lots full of expensive cars destined to sit in a makeshift luxury car graveyard. The exotic cars can be found all around the city as they gather dust and are left in the same place that their owners abandoned them. Many cars have writing in the dust or are kept pristine under a tarp. A new way to shop. Car shows and exclusive car lots used to be the only way to shop for luxury cars. This time-consuming process could easily eat up hours or even days of valuable time. Plus, you were often only limited to the inventory geographically close to you. When you are investing in a luxury car, shouldn't you get exactly what you want? The ease and convenience of online car shopping make choosing your next luxury vehicle a breeze. Simply sort through the seemingly endless virtual inventory, select your perfect match, and have your new car delivered right to your door. A Buick faster than a Corvette. When most people think of Buick, they don't think of race cars or incredible acceleration. Buick was determined to prove them wrong, and in 1987, the Buick GNX acceleration was recorded at 4.6 seconds for 0 to 60 miles per hour. At the time, this was faster than many of the other models on the racetrack. The other companies making race cars were not happy with the development, and the production was halted after only 547 models were produced. While you won't find that kind of speed in a Buick today, they are made with the same care and attention as they were in the 80s. Indoor testing. As you might have guessed, cars are tested on outdoor tracks because of the car's emissions. While some car makers have lowered the emissions over the past decades, very few create no emissions. Tesla is one of the only cars to produce zero emissions, creating the opportunity to test it on an indoor track. Testing cars on an indoor track gives the company greater control over the environment and allows testing to continue through inclement weather or less than ideal conditions. Before the manufactured cars are released to retailers, they are all tested on the indoor track to ensure quality and perfection. Sound engineering. When most people think of sound engineering, they think of audio systems in stereos or record labels. Engineers at Ferrari specially engineered the sound of their engines to create a specific tone when driving. The engineers designed the engine in a particular shape with reverberation and amplification to create a unique sound only heard from a Ferrari. There is a reason people love the sound of a sports car driving by them on the road. The sounds were specially designed for that purpose. On the track, one of the benefits of owning a supercar is showing it off to your friends and family. These cars are meant to be seen and not hidden in a garage somewhere. Ferrari has made some significant changes to the standard of car ownership in recent years. There is a newer version of car ownership represented in the Ferrari FXXK. These cars have a hefty price tag of $3 million, and the owner isn't even allowed to keep it in their garage. To drive these cars, the owner must contact Ferrari and set up a time at the track for them to drive the car. Once they are finished, Ferrari returns the car to their storage facility. You might wonder why these cars are not allowed to be kept in the owner's driveway. These cars are not street legal and are dangerous to drive. With over 1,000 horses under the hood and a V12 engine, this car packs a punch when it flies over the pavement. To own one of these cars is to own a piece of history in the making. Rent your dream. If you didn't already know, you can rent a luxury car or passenger van rental Las Vegas for a day or even a week. If you have always thought about what it would be like to own a luxury car but aren't ready to commit, you can test drive it and see how it fits your daily life. Be the talk of the town and turn heads as you drive by. Not only will you be the center of attention while you drive, but you will create lasting memories as you feel the wind in your hair. If you think back to your childhood, there is likely a moment that you remember someone driving a car that you thought was the best car in the world. That was the moment you fell in love with cars and dreamed of being behind the wheel of that car. You can be that memory for someone else. Help them realize their dream, just like you did yours. Drinks on the go. The Cadillac Eldorado Brougham, produced in 1957, was the top of the line when it came to luxury amenities. This car included power seats, adjustable mirrors, power locks, and electric windows. In today's world, these features are standard on most cars, but in the 50s, these were the height of luxury. The feature that stands out the most is the stainless steel drinking set built into the glove box. The designers wanted their car to stand out in the world of luxury cars, and they succeeded. By including a drinking set, they were not trying to encourage drinking while driving, just an added feature to assist drivers and passengers when they reached their destination. Massive collections. Some celebrities spend their money on extravagant vacations or houses, and others spend their millions on cars. Jay Leno has an extensive collection of motor vehicles. At approximately 170 cars and 117 motorcycles, his collection is worth over $50 million. He has acquired cars from almost every style, ranging from classic cars from the 20s, muscle cars of the 50s and 60s, to today's elite supercars. Built to last, many cars seem to be designed to fail and deteriorate after a certain number of years, requiring the customer to buy a new one. This was not the plan of Rolls-Royce. Many of the vintage cars from the company are still on the road today. While many of them may be sitting in someone's garage, they are functional and ready to hit the road. Part of the classic car community is trying to preserve the cars by finding original parts to restore a car to its former glory. With so many classic Rolls on the road, it is a miracle that they are still going so strong today. Gas guzzlers. It may not be a surprise to most readers, but luxury sports cars do not get great gas mileage. It is possible to drive them at a more efficient rate, but many drivers are inclined to test the speed capabilities and are unconcerned with the cost of refilling the tank. One example of a gas guzzler is the 2005 Bugatti Veyron EB 16.4. This car has an electronically monitored speed of 253 miles per hour, and at that speed, it would empty the 26-gallon tank in a mere 12 minutes. The fuel efficiency is a whopping 2.3 miles per gallon when running at full speed. These speeds can only be reached in perfect conditions, but they are fun to dream about. Sound of silence. Consumers were astonished when they heard the BMW M5 for the first time. Or rather, when they didn't hear it. The M5 makes so little noise from inside the cab that the designers included a feature that syncs the stereo speakers to the engine control computer system. When you hit the gas, the roar of the engine is emitted through the speakers of the car. This technology opposes the noise cancellation features of other vehicles. Some companies have gone as far as creating sound waves that are out of sync with the sound of the engine to make it appear quieter. Car relatives: it is evident when looking at an Audi R8 and a Lamborghini Gallardo that they are different cars and come in at different price points, but the engine under the hood in both cars is almost identical. They have minor differences, but both engines have remarkably similar acceleration and horsepower. Many of the parts used on the R8 are the same as the Gallardo. The Lambo offers an elite experience, while the Audi is a touch more affordable. Under the hood, they are the same, but the difference comes with the features and interiors, making the Lamborghini stand out against the Audi. If you are forced to choose between the two vehicles, it is easy to select the Lambo. Beyond luxury, there are cars with luxury features, and then there are cars that are focused purely on over-the-top luxury. The cars mentioned in this list are only a small fraction of the luxury cars available in the world today. Whether you are ready to rent, buy, or dream about your luxury car, there are millions of people that share your interests. TV and movies have created cult followings around specific cars, like the Aston Martin in James Bond and the Lamborghini in the Batman series with Christian Bale. While this may typecast a car, just as it does an actor, it is a fantastic way for people to share their love of luxury cars and brands to expose their cars to more consumers. If it is your dream to own or just drive a luxury car, keep working toward your goals. These cars are intended to be obsession-worthy and can create a drive, no pun intended, in you to succeed.